You mean, you don't see Aunt...
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello.
Anyway,
Absolutely.
yeah. Have you seen
Of course I have.
I've got a...
Ah.
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep...
Yes. How can...
Welcome, weary travelers. All who seek rest will find it here.
Are we there yet?
Yep.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're
So, you've been watching us?
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake.
and you left the strongest one.
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
But you got one thing right.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't...
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary.
Dia, I thought that
Yeah, gee, what a...
See? There you have it.
You're not wrong.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Out of the frying pan!
Windblade! Take that!
Boba, get them!
Take that! Meet! Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be a... I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is... And of course you would believe even though you heard we went... That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart, but... Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru village?
No task can be done without preparation.
Oh, but...
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small
Oh! You mean the funny name she mentioned back in...
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Enger and Delavar like alcohol has a...
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar. That's what you wanted to ask.
Wait, so he's a radical?
No, he isn't.
Wow.
Ah, you're too kind.
So, that...
Hmm?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora.
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Arc?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyer. Dunyerzad's just an ordinary person. I've begun to realize that this... But I see through it all.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done. This should be all of them.
All right.
Candace, do you...
Candace will be okay on her... She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now.
While I'm questioning...
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots, let's just hope they live...
You heard the question. Now answer me.
Hey, Dia.
Right on time. We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know
We've known each other for some time now.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the...
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really?
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where... Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show.
Perhaps I need to work on my Still, it's perfectly understandable.
Yes! Please, don't feed us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community. And you come here to my village, and you...
Mercy!
You've made your bet. We may all be desert dwellers. The people of Aru Village. A war would only cause...
We understand. I'll tell you everything I know, please.
I'm listening.
You might not believe that some mystery man told us.
They're called village keepers. Slip up again.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that guy,
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu. Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now.
Which means it's highly... They were...
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village?
People are nothing... Regardless.
You're right. Time to go. Let's leave.
Yes. Pack up.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radical. All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready. Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am...
You were gone for ages! And now you're stuck... Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy.
Well, you've heard no... Anyway,
Yep. Enough with the silent treatment!
no. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village.
Yeah, you're all talk.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation. Not to mention that...
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone.
What is that?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word that...
You mean, some of them liked?
Hiding the truth does... Remember what Candace said. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. Glad you're following along. Among those you have... The reason being...
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asked...
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's a...
I think it's been a few days since I...
Remember? She made a point of denying...
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keep... By getting involved with an outsider, she...
I'll pass on that. You said that she is afraid of...
We're on it!
Miss Shawnee, as we just...
Mr. Alhaitham,
Huh? What do you
Go ahead and talk to her. Go on. Earn her trust.
mean? Is it really that simple?
may I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what before. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah! We came here, but even so, we have friends in Sumeru.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that.
Alhaitham told us you have your...
The fact is that I'm... only one. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret.
Speaking of which,
Yeah. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people, and then it happened.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll...
Alright. I'll tell you what I told Alhaith. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing.
there are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of... It used to be louder and more frequent.
I confirmed this with the guards on... But, because we're in the middle of a desert,
There's really nothing around these...
I think they used to use it for treating ele...
Yeah! Let the show begin. Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape. And there's sand and... Monsters! Watch out!
agenda?
Let's dance. We're way behind schedule.
Access denied.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected. Super strong bandits? Or... He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A-game, too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look.
Hey,
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then... I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. What are you reading? Let Paimon see!
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion, in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya! How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, what good is that gonna do for you? You're acting like one of those annoying grown-ups who go around nagging people to focus on their studies. Hey, what gives? Shouldn't you be the one providing for Paimon? Oh, right. Okay then. Thank you for working so hard and earning so much more. If it weren't for you, Paimon would probably still be floating around in the ocean somewhere. Thank you. Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's the...
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another... Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms.
Next on the agenda...
Let's go gather some samples.
Let the show begin. Come on! For Rex Lapis! I'll protect us.
One with the Force.
No touching. Blaze over.
Can't see? Keep up.
Look, there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach him.
Wait.
You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. Also,
Didn't expect to see him here.
you know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the
He's a scholar too? Is he the
No. And Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in... Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was...
loaded with...
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry. The symptoms are identical.
Huh?
Allow me to jog your memory. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh, now that you mention...
Correct. The Academy... It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, these rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals, as well as being able... Life for the desert dwellers. Many would give... Even if complications arise. People... The notion of an academia...
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. But there's still...
Throughout this process, first, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiled. An exile is still... If you can't find someone...
Resource...
One possibility is...
Extract...
With the technology of this... Perhaps the process...
So, the human brain...
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of it... Or perhaps, his curiosity...
Hyman's a...
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. However, the Academia is going... I've spent quite some...
You mean you're not even slightly...
All scholars seek to extracting information from...
Sounds like you're really...
Of course. Whether it be academics or knowledge, this matter needs to be...
Wait! Didn't you...
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru.
Probably not.
You can say that. The Divine Knowledge Capsule is something I want to...
Hyman's been wanting to say this for a...
Though I must say, uniqueness is also an asset.
Wow! That's a great way to think...
I'm just a more likable... He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
We're back!
You must be tired.
What's the situation?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's...
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Ella's...
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village. Yet, they've...
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference.
So what you're saying is...
Cyno's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most—
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Cyno isn't like any—
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available. Simply put, if you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a every so often comes in. I remember seeing the—
You're saying that the Academia entered my information into the Akasha, but what's the point in doing that?
The Akasha is capable of The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable—
It predicted my every move.
The Academia has been—
So that's how it is. Cyno adheres to his tenacity of will. Cyno, don't take it to heart. This just proves—
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be—
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for—
Oh, so that if the Academia is trying to avoid... Yep, that's...
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! Please, wait! I want to go too!
You want to go too?
I want to find Grandpa.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Paimon feels like we're missing someone.
And Shroud!
So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand. Is that because you play here a lot? Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay. So, we have to dig it out?
These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device. Looks like there were more than one. Let's split up and search.
Is this what we're searching for?
This is definitely a device used to
How did it end up buried in the sand? I can't— They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what? Grandpa, I hope you're okay. Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration.
We should be able to catch—
One more thing. I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Ugh,
flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is!
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you? Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here.
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru Village?
So, this is the great... Dia, you'd be better off as my assistant.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Rama.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting King Deshret. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort.
It's not too late yet. The village keep... Mad scholars aren't gonna bring...
You don't understand, my dear lady.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Erema...
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp...
Ridiculous. Think about it. The academia can... If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also...
They look more like pawns of the academia. Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and...
It's impossible. Perhaps we should...
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you...
Precisely.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the I'm not trying to persuade you.
You were the scrub.
Not all desert dwellers...
You academia scum.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said? You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Ar-
We've known each other for years.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman. Don't be a coward. If
An arm from the Flame Mane. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs.
You're not wrong, but
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying-
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman?
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it! Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friend.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot. Even if we got rid of one
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grand-
Whatever it takes? You just might be...
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said...
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get...